Hi, everybody. Thanks for browsing through all the school's projects. I hope you were inspired by the other work the Young Heroes have completed. Up next, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. We learn about Braeden Mannering in the Young Heroes Outreach Program when we study how to measure impact. After winning a Healthy Eating Award, Braeden is challenged by First Lady Michelle Obama to pay it forward. From there, he created his nonprofit, Brae's Brown Bags, and delivered more than 15,000 brown bags full of healthy snacks for homeless and low-income individuals. Talk about a big impact. In learning about Braeden and his work, we learn how following the steps to change leads to maximum impact. And despite incredible obstacles, you continue to follow the steps to change, to take action, and make a big impact. Here to help you celebrate today is Braeden. Please give a big YHAP welcome to Braeden.
Good afternoon, Young Heroes. My name is Braeden Mannering, and I am the founder of 3B Brae's Brown Bags, a nonprofit organization that provides healthy food to homeless and low-income populations. Over the last few years, my organization has expanded into assisting with disaster relief, and we have worked in schools to start 3B Ripple chapters so that more and more groups are able to be part of our fight to end hunger. I started this organization when I was 9 years old, and now I'm 16. I really enjoy having the opportunity to talk with groups who have participated in Young Heroes Outreach Program with the National Liberty Museum, because you are the proof that our future will be bright. What an incredible time to be involved in a Young Heroes program. Who knew we would find ourselves in the middle of a global pandemic? This is something that none of us have dealt with before, and it is a brave new world of wearing face masks and medical gloves to go to the mailbox. It is also a time in which young leaders like yourselves are learning how to rise up against the unknown and tackle it. I'm amazed at your resiliency, and I hope that you are always able to keep this strength in your hearts. Additionally, your interest in wanting to learn more about social justice is something I wish you could bottle up, pour into the clouds, and then make it rain down onto the world. Beyond your desire to learn is your passion for activating change and its characteristic that sets you apart and makes you extraordinary. Within the walls of the National Liberty Museum, you can find inspiring stories of internationally known heroes who have captured audiences far and wide. We are all familiar with Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Anne Frank, to name a few. Here in the United States, we also look up to public servants who run into burning buildings on 9/11 when planes hit the Twin Towers in New York. However, right now, streaming this celebration, all of you are local heroes making huge impacts in your hometowns. For those of you tackling issues like animal cruelty, bullying, child abuse, homelessness, gun violence, human trafficking, and food insecurity, I applaud the time you spent researching the cause of these issues, educating yourself on ways to improve the problem, and developing plans to create social change. Each of you inspire and amaze me. I know how hard it is to try and wrap your head around the concept of social justice because these are issues that shouldn't be called into question. It should be common sense that we all have enough healthy food on our table to be able to live a healthy lifestyle. It should be natural to realize we have no right to throw animals or people out onto the street or into a border wall. The concept of human trafficking is something that I can't imagine, not even in the worst horror films, and certainly not in real life. But we see it, whether it makes sense or not. We know it's happening. But knowing is only half the battle. Those of you listening today, you realize that the other half of the battle is to actually do something about it. And you are. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Now, I would be remiss if I did not take time to speak about the racial injustices which have been plaguing our country for hundreds of years. Maybe it took a global pandemic to shut us all in our homes in order for us to all see George Floyd take his last breath on Memorial Day through a camera phone recording. Maybe the pandemic has finally woke everyone up and made them open their eyes to what many of us have been seeing our whole lives. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Tony McDade, and Breonna Taylor. Not only do we need to know their names, but we also need to say their names. We must come together to build a deeper understanding of issues which run deep in our nation's history, because acknowledging and admitting to these issues will give us the power to overcome them together. Today, I ask you to take a pledge with me from your home or your office, from wherever you are sitting right now. Repeat after me. I can, I will, I must. We can, we will, we must. We must begin writing a new book to go down in history, one in which human being is treated with one with which every human being is treated with love, dignity, equity, and respect. I can, I will, I must. We can, we will, we must. We must do more than speak about being the change. We must act, we must take strides, we must deliver. I can, I will, I must. We can, we will, we must. We must listen and hear our fellow neighbors so we can see through their eyes, walk in their shoes, and feel their trauma. I can, I will, I must. We can, we will, we must. We must open our eyes and our hearts to release our prejudices, so that never again will the words, I can't breathe, be words of privilege. I can, I will, I must. We can, we will, we must. Today, tomorrow, and every single day moving forward. Young heroes, it is thanks to you, to all of you listening out there, that I have hope for humanity, because you are the reason I know justice will prevail. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Braeden, for speaking to us and saying those inspiring words. It was really great to hear you talk, and we really appreciate you spending the time to say these important things and inspire our young heroes who are able to make a change. I just wanted to ask you a few questions that our kids have prepared for you, and then I'm going to leave it up to the YouTube live chat for them to also ask any more questions that they have. So first, I wanted to ask, who inspired you to help homelessness? And why did you choose to fight for homelessness and not another subject like animal cruelty, pollution, or any of the other social issues that exist?
Well, the first time I met Michelle Obama, she was very inspiring when she asked me how I would pay it forward after meeting her and being able to visit the White House. My parents and my grandparents also inspire me every day and encourage me on things to do. What made me choose healthy food and feeding the homeless and low income is healthy food is harder to get, and it's very important to live a healthy lifestyle. That's like one thing Michelle Obama is really big about, which is mainly where I got my inspiration from. And so I decided that I would try and give that to them by making the brown bags that have healthy snacks in them.
That's amazing. And while you were doing all of this, did you ever doubt your ability to complete your goals? Did anyone say to you, a kid can't do something like this? A kid can't create a organization and help that many people?
I mean, I've definitely doubted myself and gotten like nervous about doing certain things. I don't think I've had anyone tell me that I can't. I've always had really very encouraging people around me, which is nice. But I've definitely doubted myself before, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And like when you would doubt yourself, did it ever get kind of stressful doing these sort of things, being this famous and being able to accomplish such amazing things at such a young age?
It's definitely stressful sometimes, especially with school. Like I still have to do school. I'm in high school right now, and that can definitely get stressful. But you learn to overcome it, and that's the most important part. And it's not as stressful anymore, but sometimes it still can be.
Yeah, of course. And then how did you feel kind of after accomplishing so much and helping so many people?
When I made like a milestone or a goal or any sort of accomplishment like that, I definitely feel very happy and proud that me and like everyone that was around me to help me were able to do like a big accomplishment. And then I look forward in the like what I could do in the future to improve it.
Okay, great. And we're getting some questions from the chat now. If you're ready to ask or answer a few questions that are being asked from our YouTube live chat.
Yep.
How do you keep going doing this without being like, I just want to give up?
I mean, with every time I have to do something, I also have something else to look forward to afterwards, or something that I can get my mind off of everything and just relax. I mean, like I play games with my friends, of course. Like I still have like a normal life, and just everything else just comes and goes as it is.
Yeah, of course. And while this was all happening, did anyone ever specifically doubt you? Because I know you had said you have a lot of people who have been pushing you and supporting you, but has there been anyone in your life and during this journey who actually doubted you?
I don't think so. I mean, and if they did, then it didn't affect me, or I didn't listen, because it didn't matter to me when I had everyone else around me supporting me.
Of course. And another question from one of our students, what for you was your very first big step?
The first big step. So I would say it's the first time meeting Michelle Obama, but I didn't come up with the idea until after meeting her the first time. So my first big step was making it a 501c3, which is what makes it an official nonprofit organization, and that was probably my first biggest step.
And when was that? How old were you?
That was in December of 2013.
Okay, wow. So quite a while ago. That's incredible. And we also have another question. How did you reach people? How were you able to reach people?
We use when it comes to communicating with people to pack bags or help out, we use a lot of social media. We have Twitter, Facebook, Facebook, and we also have a website, which is braesbrownbags.org, and a lot of people reach out to us through there. And when it comes to delivering bags, through being reached out, they tell us places we can go, and we always have a bag in the car to give it to someone on the street.
Awesome. And what advice would you actually give to other young people trying to make a change but don't really know where to start?
I mean, I would find a topic that you're really passionate about and something that you know that you could make a change, and then just go with it. You can't give up. If you give up, then you'll never be successful with what you want to do.
So just probably 2 to 3 more questions because we are running out of time. Thank you so much to all the students, all the people in the chat putting in these really thoughtful questions for Braeden. We have one student who asked, when did you first find out about homelessness as a social issue?
I mean, I knew about it my whole life, but I didn't know how to make like a positive impact on it and make a change. I think when I realized I can actually do something was when I realized it's as simple as just packing. It doesn't have to be a brown bag. It can be any bag or anything. It doesn't have to be a bag. You can give them anything, and it'll make their day. Like anything that will support them and help them and get them through the rest of their day. Is when I kind of realized that you can make an impact on this.
Yeah, you can make a difference with even a small action.
Yeah.
So also someone has asked, are you still helping during the pandemic? So what are you doing during COVID-19?
We always have a bag in the car. Of course, it's definitely been harder because of the pandemic. Driving, we haven't been driving as much, but definitely still making an impact and doing things during the pandemic.
Okay, so this is going to be our last question. One of our young heroes has asked, what was your hardest, most difficult step during this process?
Hardest step was getting the word out about our organization. like making it grow bigger. But I got to meet Michelle Obama for the second time, and that's when things definitely started to go higher in when it comes to popularity of my like website.
And that kind of helped you figure out your idea, right?
For sure.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Braeden. I think that's all we have time for in terms of questions. Again, I appreciate all the young heroes in our YouTube live chat asking these thoughtful questions and listening to Braeden speak. And I appreciate you, Braeden, for taking the time out of your day. I know you're a busy sophomore going into your junior year. You're probably trying to wrap up your school year, but you came and took your time to make sure to be able to inspire our young heroes. So that's amazing. Thank you, Braeden.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.